Making high-quality games is hard. Like really hard. But the other day, I stumbled across this guy who said that he made a game in 3 days and it didn't completely fail, like mine, but I can't let this guy beat me. So if you make a popular game in 3 days, I make a popular game in 3 days. But first, let's see what his advice is.
The second method to make a ton of Robux as a dev, which is the method I'm using, is finding a gimmick.
Well, luckily I have a gimmick idea. So I opened Paint and got to drawing. So we have an area for the bosses and a gun that will obviously shoot the bosses, and also some tasks to get some ammo for the gun. And when a boss is defeated, there will be a cool cutscene and a new boss will spawn. Now, let me transition to day 1 with an unnecessary cutscene. So the game can be divided into 4 parts: a map, a gun, some bosses, and tasks. You might notice that I don't have that cool dragger thing that all the YouTubers have, but this is so much better, right? So let's start with the map. I'll put a little progress bar on the screen so you don't click off this video. After that, I took a gun model from the toolbox and added a noob as the first boss, and if my calculations are correct, it should die now. Maybe not. Thanks, toolbox. After that, I made the gun actually shoot the boss, which I did by rightfully taking a bullet from the toolbox and putting it into replicated storage, and just tweening its C-frame. Okay, so you might notice that the bullet is kind of looking in the wrong direction. So the only way to fix it is by only tweening the position. And honestly, it doesn't even look that bad. Right, guys? But there's a problem. You see, when the boss dies, nothing happens. So I had to make a cool cutscene. For the first boss, I just made it simply die and play the OG oof sound. After that, I just made some more bosses until I got to the last one. For the last boss, I wanted to make the chicken from Crossy Road, but there was a problem. You see, for that I had to tween the entire chicken, but that wasn't that easy, because you can tween one part easily, but tweening more than one part is very hard. And as you might guess, the chicken wasn't just one part. So I guess Blender, here I come. After fixing it, it was looking pretty good, but it was time to hit the bag. He should really make his own jokes. On day 2, I wanted to make a way to get bullets, and for that I had 5 ideas. But first I made this very cool and green button, and when you step on it, it gives ammo to the gun. And with that out of the way, I could start designing the tasks. The first task is this very cool lobby with some stages, with a very difficult decision at the end. You see, when the players complete the stage, they have 2 choices. They can take the smaller reward and go home, or risk dying and going back to the beginning for a bigger reward. For the second task, I just made a clicking button like in those clicker simulators and added some more cool green buttons. For the third task, I made it so you get 1 bullet for every 2 minutes spent in game. And the fourth task was just spending Robux. And for the final task, I just made this wall avoiding thing because I saw it in some other games. Before we continue to day 3, I just want to let you guys know that only 0.0001% of you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. On day 3, I didn't really have much to do, so I just made a leaderboard and a thumbnail, which was just putting together a scene in Roblox Studio and giving stuff an outline. And with that, the game was done, so make sure to play it or not. It's up to you. Link in the description or comments. Also, if you want to see me make a game in 100 days, then make sure to watch the video on screen.